Hello and welcome back to the Common Colt Podcast. Colts Podcast is real takes and no clickbait. I'm Josh Hudgens, joined by Dan Hertzler. What's up, Dan?
Too much. Hey, you know what we do around here? We give instant reactions right after the game. Then, roughly 24, 48 hours afterwards, we kind of look at it, break it down. We kind of ask some questions, look at some things. Josh, I just got to ask you right off the bat, how you feeling 24, 48 hours after this big first win of the season?
Good, man. I'm feeling good. The Colts looked like a competent football team with a competent coach, which is something I wasn't sure that we're going to be able to say. And I was hoping Shane was going to work out. And man, it seems like we got a guy. I know it's only been 2 games, but it just seems like we've got a guy. What about you?
Yeah, that's the real positive side of everything. 24 hours, 48 hours after this game is you look at tape, you see some stuff that Shane did. You even brought it up, I think, right after the game. Just that smart run the punt team out, kind of at the last second, force the
Yeah.
Texans to use a timeout. These are little things that can make the difference between really tight games, and so we're really positive on that. But
Uh-oh.
we got some not so good news to also talk about. It's been 48 hours since this game, and we haven't heard much about AR and the concussion, other than he's in the protocol. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Oh, Josh, what are we feeling about AR?
Yeah, so I guess we can look at this 2 ways. Do we think he's going to play, or do I think he should play? My answer is no and no. Even if he's cleared, which I think is going to draw a little bit of pushback from you guys in the comments, and I'm open to hearing that in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are and subscribe. We're getting close. We're pushing that 2,000 mark. But here's why. First of all, even if he is cleared, he's going to miss quite a bit of practice. He's a rookie quarterback with limited experience going into a hostile environment against a good team in Baltimore. Him getting to practice reps is huge this early on in his career. It does not give us, first of all, it doesn't give us a good chance to win the game. And second of all, it sets him up to maybe have a bad game and hurt his confidence, which is growing. Another thing to consider, you look around the NFL, concussions are under the microscope. We seen Tua last year. I think they put him in 4 days after he got hurt on the Sunday game. Then 4 days afterward, he was put back in, which is craziness to me. Sunday to Sunday, a little bit different. It's tough to compare how minor severe concussions are. I get that. But taking that extra time to play it safe with your franchise quarterback who's 21 years old just makes sense. After, as a Colts fan, I kind of had PTSD from Andrew Luck of, hey, maybe we should have sat this guy. Maybe we should have pulled him out instead of letting him play through a lacerated kidney. Things like that. What do you think?
Well, I think some of this, and again, I'm interested in the comments, even as people are commenting, kind of, do you see like, hey, the NFL's gotten soft, the NFL's gotten, flag football. People, think about the glory days and all the hard hitting and all the kind of statements, or do you kind of understand that we've learned a lot about concussions, we've learned a lot about head injuries, we've learned about stuff that we really shouldn't mess with, and I think you're going to kind of be split a little bit depending on how you look at the NFL. I'm kind of on the side. We've learned a lot. We've understood a lot about head injuries and concussions, and you don't mess with this stuff. You just better take the safer approach, especially early in the season. Listen, this is not a must-win type of game in AR's career and in the Colts season. This is, like you said, a tough environment. We saw Gardner Minshew come in. He was very, very efficient. He kept this offense moving. The Colts did really well when he was in there. They can still win a game against Baltimore. It'll be hard, but they don't have to have AR in there. And then back to your point, you look at some of the tape. Hey, AR missed some stuff. There were some things that were open. There was some stuff that he could have done. It might be good just to say, hey, let's just sit, let's watch, let's learn. Let's just kind of take this as a bye week and get you ready and healthy and get you back when you're ready to go. And so I think with what you said, he shouldn't play, and I don't think he will play.
It's interesting. If he does get cleared, and he gets cleared early, because the concussion, from my understanding, I know we just have to take things at face value. Jim Irsay says something along the lines of his head was clear after the game. he was talking fine. How much? I mean, do you think that if he's cleared early on in this process by Thursday or something, do you think that's going to sway things at all for the Colts and putting him in, or do you think it's a decision that's made today or tomorrow, like, hey, Richardson's not playing. We're not risking him. This guy's 21 years old. He's got a long career ahead of him. We don't need to have another 2-0 situation. Do you think all that kind of outside stuff is considered as well?
Yeah, so I think tomorrow's the big day. I think Wednesday is going to be the day that they have to make kind of a decision. Not again whether he's going to be cleared or not by Wednesday, but whether or not they're going to go forward with him as the quarterback. Again, this is not a veteran who doesn't need the reps, doesn't need the practice, doesn't need, can do other stuff to get himself ready as long as he's cleared by Sunday. Say he gets cleared Friday or Saturday. He still hasn't gotten the reps, like you said. He's still a young NFL player. He's got a long career ahead of him. I just don't see any win in a Colts department, PR department, and just from a long-term development that makes sense for them to play AR. Now, again, I know some will push back, like, well, he's fine. He's okay. He's cleared. The doctors gave him okay. Well, unfortunately, we've seen some doctors give some clearances, to other NFL players, and it wasn't smart. It wasn't wise. I just think they just need to take a really slow, cautious approach to AR, even if it upsets some of the fan base.
Yeah, I guess what we're saying, even if he's cleared, it doesn't mean he's ready to play. This guy's young and he's a rookie and he needs practice time. Another thing, Drew Ogletree, tight end, he got concussed against the Jaguars. He was cleared, I think it was a Saturday before the game against the Texans. We were all expecting him to play against the Texans. He was a healthy scratch. He was a healthy scratch against the Texans. Just interesting because he's coming off a concussion. He's a rookie as well, but this is our starting quarterback and our franchise quarterback. So, probably as Colts fans, and I do tend to, it's kind of ingrained in my brain at this point, like, hey, we had Andrew Luck and the injury stuff, the stuff he played through, the hits he took, it adds up quick. And I'm probably maybe quick to revert back to that, but concussions aren't something to mess with. This isn't a bone bruise. This isn't even an ankle sprain. Some of these guys can play through stuff like that. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if he even gets, even if we find out, like, internally he might get cleared tomorrow, but they've already decided to shut him down.
Yeah.
And they won't tell anybody until Thursday or Friday. I mean, there's just a lot that can go on here. I don't know. I think this is going to be hotly debated. I think there's going to be a lot of people on different sides. With you and I are kind of on the same side in this, but we also recognize there's going to be a whole mass of people that say he's got to get in there and he's got to play through this and he's got to beat the Ravens. We got to win this week, and I'm just not looking at this as a 1 week win or must go home type of situation. It's okay. It's okay to let Minshew run the show this week and let him take his time and get ready.
Yeah, definitely good points there. Letting him watch somebody run the offense in an NFL game could be helpful. Yeah. So, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Obviously, subscribe to our channel as we're on the quest to 2,000. We appreciate you watching our show. And until next time, have a great day.